All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Jerk Block Talk. I am Jason Fernandez. We are here at CrossFit Rife. Today, what we're going to discuss is something that should be happening in your classes every day before you say 3, 2, 1, go. And that is general warm-up and a specific warm-up. But the basic premise is this: you should be using both of these when you're facilitating a class, and understand the value of each and how they should be used. Some of you have been doing this a while. This is going to be very obvious to you. For new coaches who are new to coaching, new to facilitating classes, this is just some basic information that's going to help you get the athletes ready to do the workout. And that's really all we're trying to do, is make sure they're ready to go. Now, general warm-up. This is kind of the stuff that you're going to do at the beginning. And really what you're thinking about is just getting them moving, getting their heart rate up a little bit, and getting the blood flowing, okay? Preferably you'd like them sweating a little bit when we do the general warm-up. So things you can do in a general warm-up: running, rowing, burpees, things of that nature. They're, not complex movements, just moving around. 400-meter run is a great kind of general warm-up. 500-meter row, having people do 20 burpees, something of that nature, just to get them moving a little bit so that their heart starts pumping, and now we can get the muscles warmed up and ready to go. Once you've done that, well, let's go back. Outside of that, there's some other things you can do too, right, that are help you facilitate some mobility pieces, right? So you can do line drills. There's a ton of stuff on how to do this. Line everybody up. You can do a bunch. We'll do a video on that, but line everybody up, and you can just do some line drills, high knees, butt kickers, things of that nature, toe touches, but just very, very gross motor skill movements that they don't have to think about a lot. It's just very mindless stuff that gets them ready to go, okay? On the specific side, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of what's probably going to happen in the workout today. So when we start thinking about specific warm-up, what you should be thinking about is, what are the movements that I'm going to see in the workout today? And then that now becomes part of the specific warm-up. For instance, if I have snatch in the workout, then I'm going to be working on skills and drills and movement progressions, right? So the Bergner warm-up would be an obvious, fantastic, specific warm-up where I'm going through the mechanics of the movement, but I'm also getting a lot of reps in, and they're continuing to stay warm and continuing to move, working on the positions that they're going to be working on. Muscle-ups would be another example of that. Start with progressions on the low rings. That would be specific to the actual muscle-up. And then I can actually put people on the high rings, and they've actually kind of greased the skids on that movement and gotten warmed up for it. Double unders is another one. But again, this stuff should be specific to what they're doing today. So if you're doing movements that you're not doing in the workout, probably not a good idea. I want it to be relevant to what they're about to do in the next 5 to 10 minutes once you get to this. The amount of time that you should be spending on these two is probably something in the vicinity of like maybe, depending on the workout, depending on the length of the workout, like 20 to 25 minutes between the two, and you can split that up. You probably want to spend a little bit more time here on the more complex movements in the specific warm-up, but the general warm-up, like 5 to 7 minutes, just getting people moving so that they're ready to go. And then you can start the transition into the specific warm-up, skills and drills, double unders, things that are highly technical movements. That's where the specific piece comes in. And what that will also allow you to do as a coach, when I get to the specific piece of the warm-up, is it allows me to make some assessments on athletes that are probably going to need some scaling. If you're not doing some of these progressions and you're not watching people move before you actually hand them a barbell or you actually put load on the bar, that's a mistake. You should be doing that. And the specific warm-up is a perfect place to do that because you get to watch them move, and you'll know if an athlete needs to not do the RX weight, or you'll know if they need to maybe not do the RX volume if it's either a barbell or a gymnastics movement. So this is for you as well, to allow you to make a good decision when you make that final call on what's going to be an appropriate scale for the athlete. But the answer is both. You should be using both of these guys. We'll talk about another video about length of the warm-ups based on length of the workout, and they're basically kind of like opposite, but we'll get into that later. So again, guys, if you have questions, please put that stuff in the comments. If you want us to cover some different topics, let us know, we'll cover it. And then if you find this stuff valuable, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.